New country, classic country, country 107.3. That's Mackenzie Porter and Never Gonna Let You. It's 10:23, and I'm so happy to get a chance to talk with this lady, Gretchen Wilson, joining us on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, everything's going good in your career, I hope?
Everything is going really good. This has been a great year so far, and I'm hoping next year is going to be just as good.
And today's a very special day because we're getting a little jump on Christmas because your first full-length Christmas album is available today.
Yeah, it came out today, and don't know why it's taken me 9 years to record a full-length Christmas album, but here it finally is. You know, we recorded I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas a couple years ago, and we just got such really good feedback from that, and had a lot of people that have walked up to me in meet and greets and such and just said, hey, how come that's the only Christmas song you've ever recorded? So we decided to go in there and make a whole record of them.
Now, the album is called Christmas in My Heart, and if people want to get it, where can they get it?
Well, I think it's available at iTunes. You can go to GretchenWilson.com. You can probably find it at Walmart or most of the same places that you go to buy all your music.
Sweet. That's awesome. And 10 songs on the album, right?
10 songs, and we obviously I went ahead and put the hippopotamus song on there, and we recorded another fun kind of kids sing-along song called Nuttin' for Christmas. And then we did several just of my favorite traditional Christmas songs, and 3 new ones, 3 original. And I must have listened to 150 original Christmas songs that people were pitching at me for this record. And I'll tell you what, we found 3 really, really good ones.
Wow. I'm looking forward to listening to it later today, and who knows, I might even pick up a couple of extra copies and give them out as gifts or stocking stuffers next.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Hey, that's awesome. Now, you're also involved with NASCAR, right?
Yeah, they called me up a couple months ago and asked if I would want to be the face this year of the chase. You know, every year they find an artist or a celebrity or entertainer to do these little teases before every race. The last 10 races of in the NASCAR season are called the chase, and basically I get to kind of be an actor for a few minutes every time. You know, I get to go on camera and talk about the track and just the different variations and the different tracks that they're gonna race on, and it's been fun, and it's been just a cool way to reach out to a lot of my fans and something different for me to do.
Yeah, and it's people can watch it on ESPN, and it's Chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup, which is
that's right. Yeah, and it's just they're like little commercials, little teases to let you know what the drivers. It's kind of like getting inside the driver's mind and what they might be thinking about. You know, each track has a different feel, has a different vibe, has a different goal. You know, and so it's kind of cool, and they play them right before the race. Actually, it's probably still in the half hour of the pre-race stuff, but
right.
And it's just to let people know about the track and what the drivers might be feeling.
So, do they let you onto the track at all?
Yeah, we filmed a couple of these on the track in Charlotte, and but a lot of the teases are meant to be around the fans and inside of garages and stuff like that.
And when the camera's off, do they let you drive around the track?
No, but I got to drive a really cool '65 convertible Corvette yesterday in
Aww.
one of the tapings.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. They wouldn't let you take it home, huh?
No. Well, I mean, I imagine, if I wanted to buy it, I probably could, but I don't think I need a Corvette right now.
There you go. Something else I know that is pretty fascinating to me because next year I think it's the 10th anniversary of Redneck Woman coming out and becoming, not only your first single, but the first #1 song, 5 weeks I think at the top of the charts. You're doing a live recording of it, right?
Yeah, in all these years that I've been doing this, I've not ever done a live concert DVD.
Wow.
And so we started sitting around and talking, and next May will be the 10-year anniversary of the Here for the Party album coming out. So we thought, how cool would it be to go back to the place that I played the day it came out.
Oh.
It was the pageant in St. Louis, Missouri, and go in there and play the whole record, in its entirety, and film it. And so that's what we're going to do. But obviously, after we're done with the record, we're probably going to come back out and jam for another 30 minutes and just have fun with some new music and stuff. But it's just something to commemorate, and kind of have a homecoming, really, if you will. I mean, so many of my friends and my family and people that I grew up with and that have helped shape my career were there that night, 10 years ago or 9 years ago. And So it's kind of a reunion, if you will, to go back and kind of do it again, but 10 years later.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's incredible. I wanted to ask you, I mean, I know you spent a lot of time when you moved from Illinois down in Nashville, and you work in, I mean, in bars and all that sort of stuff. And some people object to being called stars, but I mean, for the sake of this conversation, you're a star. Is it harder, do you think, trying to become a star? Or do you think it's harder trying to stay a star?
Boy, they both have they both are they're both hard. You know, I don't know if I could say which one's harder. I'd say probably that it's harder to stay in the business, just because I don't know. You have to really want it. Once you get into this business, it becomes not just this glorified idea in your head anymore.
Right.
I mean, growing up, you think, oh, you know, I'm going to sing at the Grand Ole Opry. I'm going to be a country singer. I'm going to be a singer, and that's all you really think is singer. And the whole business side of the music business, you don't really think about. And once you get into it, boy, it's really a business, and there's just so much to it. And sometimes it's not about the music at all, and it gets very disheartening. And you have to just like keep that fire burning in somewhere down inside of you, and you have to maintain in your soul that it is about the music, even when there's so many people around you that are making it all about the business. You know, if you can somehow hold on to that, no, you know what, I disagree. It is about the music, and it's not about the numbers, it's about the fans, and it's not about the money, it's about the music, you know, and holding on to that when there's so many people around you telling you that it isn't really, and it's just about the money, that's really hard to do. And it's kind of just like staying true to yourself, you know, and
right.
It's hard to do when you got a lot of people telling you that you're being foolish, you know. So
wow.
I guess if I had to choose, I'd say staying in it is harder emotionally.
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know how much of and I don't know if the average fan out there knows how much of a businesswoman you are, because you have your own record label, and all this material is coming out on your own label.
Yeah. I took a second mortgage out on my house and bit the bullet and said, boy, I'm just not ready to be done. Whenever that all came to a close over there with Sony and RCA, and yeah, it's been a real learning experience, and I'm sure glad I went back and got my GED, because I'm definitely having to run numbers now that I never had to run before.
Yeah, and I wanted to congratulate you on that, because you did that right at just as your career was red hot. You said, I'm going to get my GED. And,
well, I did, yeah.
Congratulations.
It was important to me because, you know, it was something I always wanted to do for myself, and I'm also a mom. I have a little girl, and, you know, children learn by example, and I couldn't imagine the day where she would walk up to me and say, what do I need a degree for? Look where you're at, and you didn't get one.
Wow.
You know, and so that would have been a false sense of security for her, you know. That's not, you know, I could have very easily never, ever found my place in music, and then where would I be?
Yeah.
You know, and it really does happen that way. And so, you know, here I am now, and I feel like a pretty strong woman, a strong individual, and I'm looking forward to the future. You know, when the day does finally come, when Gretchen Wilson says, I'm tired of making records on Gretchen Wilson, hopefully we'll be here making records on somebody else.
Cool. Good for you. Hey, listen, I know you're busy and you got a busy day today talking about the Christmas album and a whole lot more, but thank you so much for taking time to talk with us, Gretchen. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, and hopefully we'll be able to see you guys again one of these days pretty soon.
Yeah, sure hope so. And once again, the album, it's your first Christmas album, Christmas in My Heart. You can get it from GretchenWilson.com. You can get it on iTunes, and it's available in stores today. And so what do you want for Christmas?
A day off.
All right, listen, thanks so much. We're going to get to the song, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. That's coming up in just a moment, right here on Country 107.3.